Are your Getresponse emails going to spam? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly what you need to do to be able to increase your deliverability rate to actually get your message in front of your potential prospects. All right. So if you want to learn exactly how to do that, go ahead and stick with me throughout the rest of this video. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also, tick that bell icon if you want to learn how to build a long, sustainable business that will eventually give you the freedom you deserve. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the content. So kind of my reason for creating this video, because I know, as I had issues a couple of years ago, I know a lot of people have issues with this, depending on what autoresponder service they're using. Now, what I found is, through a lot of trial and error, is that, it's a difficult process if you don't know what it is that is causing your deliverability to be low. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually go over to some things that, I feel that, through experience and me going through the trial and error, the headaches, staying up late at night, trying to figure out, how I could actually get into somebody's inbox. And these were those 4 things. All right, so number 1, I was sending email campaigns through free mail. So basically what that means is I was trying to use like a Gmail email or either an Outlook or Yahoo, any one of those providers. If you're using those inside of your autoresponder, it's going to trigger them to go to spam because it's free mail. Okay, so the second thing is you're not paying enough attention to your email list hygiene. So what that means is if you got bad emails on your list, like where people were putting fake emails and then you're getting a lot of bounces, right, and different things like that, then what'll happen over time is they like Getresponse notices, right? They're like, okay, well, it keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Well, now that's ruining your reputation. And if it gets to a point where your IP is pretty much blacklisted, then pretty much everything that you send out is actually going to go to the spam box. Okay, so these things that I'm sharing with you here are extremely important. All right, so I talked about the free mail. You're not paying attention to your list hygiene. You want to clean your list, right? Pretty frequently, actually. Your email engagement rates are low. So if you're emailing your list, but nobody's opening up the emails or nobody's actually engaging to click the emails, then that's also going to hurt you. All right. So you actually want to lead with value, because when you lead with value, then people are actually going to open up your emails, right? You're going to at least get them to open them up. Now, it may take some, more nurturing to actually get them to click. But that's up to you. You're here watching this video. You're the business owner. You're the entrepreneur. It's up to you to sharpen that skill set. All right, so here we go. So the last thing is your mailing IP has a bad history record. So I kind of already hit on that. And if you're not following just these 4 things, this is not all of the things. There's probably like tons and tons of other things, such as trigger words, and I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to do that here in this video, because that could take us all day. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what you need to do next. All right, so I'm going to go over here to GoDaddy. Now, if you're not using GoDaddy, like if you don't have a domain with GoDaddy, or maybe you have it with Namecheap, the process is pretty much the same. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on my products. Now, the reason that we're doing this is so that we could use our domain as what we're going to actually be sending from, which is going to look way more professional, and you're going to have a DKIM, which is basically saying to the ISPs is that email is actually coming from you, which is actually going to increase the deliverability rate. Okay, this is what like before I actually learned this and I was going through the trial and error and all of my emails were going to spam and I was feeling like, man, I don't feel like these people are even getting my emails, and come to find out they weren't getting it after I actually went through the test, right? But after I did this, I noticed my open rates went up, and then of course as I'm nurturing and building a relationship with the list, they actually started clicking a whole lot more. Okay, so what is it that you actually do? So let's go back over to Getresponse real quick. So now over in Getresponse, if I go to my account and then I go to manage account, there's going to be on the left side here, we're going to see email addresses. All right. So you can see I already have mine authenticated over here, and this is the one that I usually send from. Now, down here, you can see it says gmail.com. Now, this is what I had prior to me learning, you know, what I needed to do to make my deliverability rate go up. I had the regular Gmail email there. And as you can see, it says not recommended. Okay, and then if you go over to I, it says public email domains like Gmail, Hotmail can't be authenticated. Messages sent from those domains might be marked as spam. Right there, right? It's right there in Getresponse. So with that being said, what we have to do is we have to use our domain, because our domain is paid for, right? It's a paid service. So now I'm able to use my domain as what I'm actually sending from. So let's actually go through the process. So now if I go back over here to products, if I scroll down, right, it shows you all of the domains that I actually own. Now, if we scroll down even further, you're going to see workspace email. All right, so I only have the 100-pack workspace email on two of my domains. So the one that I'm using right now is this one right here, and then this is another one that I could use it on. But what I want to do is I want to go to manage all. Okay. Now, when I go here, this is going to be the process of setting up the email. So you can see right here, it says info@yourdreamsarereal.today, right? That's the actual domain. So basically, I'm able to add something on the front of the domain, right? So it's a lot more professional, right? info@yourdreamsarereal.com. Yourdreamsarereal.today, sorry. And then I could do the same thing for like my name. I could have put info@rakeemaddison.com. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this email right here, right? And then we're going to put this into Getresponse as I've already done, right? So I done it, and then I did it again right here for another domain. So what we want to do, you see right here where it says add email, we're going to put the name that we want people to see when they get the email. So my name is Rakeem, and I want for people to see that Rakeem is sending them a message. So that's what I will put here. And then down here is what I will put this, the email that you create in this box right here. And then you hit add address. And then what they're going to have you do is they're going to actually send you an email, and then you're going to have to confirm it. Okay. Now, before you do that though, right, there's another step. So let me actually go back to the my products. All right, so now depending on which domain you choose, right? So we're just going to choose one of the ones that I know that I have it on. So for example, let's actually use this one right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on DNS, right? And then it's going to pretty much take us into the back of our website here. And then once it populates, I'm going to show you what you need to add to yours. All right, so give it just a minute here. Hopefully it kind of speeds up. All right, boom. So this is what you should see once you click on DNS for the specific website that you're trying to do it for. Now, right here, where you see the MX records, right? You see these two MX records? This is what you need to add to yours. So let me hit the little pencil so you can see how this will work. So the host would be the @ symbol. Then the points to would be mailstore1.secureserver.net, and the priority should be 0. Okay, and then you could just put 1 hour, or you could put like half an hour. That'll be up to you. You hit save, and then boom, it'll save. And then after that, you're going to add another MX record. You're going to pretty much do the exact same thing, but the only difference is now you're still putting the @ symbol, but then the points to is going to be smtp.secureserver.net, and the priority is actually going to be 10 for this one. Okay, and then you could put 1 hour, you know, for the time that it should take, or you can put in half an hour. That's up to you. And then we hit save, and then I'm just going to hit cancel, you know, for this video purposes. Now those are the 2 records that you need to add for you to even make it to the part where I just was. So if I go back to products, all right, so once it populates, I'll go back to workspace email, right? Let's go over here to manage all. And then what we're going to do, you see right here where it says create forward, I'm going to go ahead and create forward. Now, now pay close attention to what I'm going to do here. So now they ask you for the forward email address. So which email do you actually want to forward it to? Right now, I know I'm jumping past the initial box, but this is going to be the email when they reply, right? Like if somebody replies, you want like if somebody replies, you want it to go back to that email so you can actually see the traffic. So for me, my email would be like one of the emails that I have. I would put that there, the one that I already own, right? Like one of my Gmails, I would actually put that in here, right? So let's say for instance I were to use this one, locothetruth@gmail.com. And then here what we want to do is we want to type what we want in front of our website. So like how I use info, and then after you type what you want in front of the website, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the @ symbol, and then it's going to pull up all of your websites. Right? So we're going to use, in this case, we are going to use, let's just use this one right here. So I know I already did that, so I'm going to change it. So I'm just going to put John Doe. Boom. So there we go. So John Doe at yourdreamsarereal.today, and it's going to forward any traffic to this website, to this email right here. And then here you can see free email forwarding. What I like to do is I just like to make sure it's actually on the correct one, and it is. And then you can make this a catch-all. That's basically like if somebody even like, basically, let's say for instance, they send like anything that anything that has anything on the back of here. Hopefully you just got what I said. So like if they send anything and it goes to, it has this on the end of it, it's going to pretty much catch all, and you're still going to receive the email. All right, so let me know in the comments if you actually understand what I mean. All right, so we're not going to do that, right? I'm just going to roll with it like this, and then I would just hit create. Now I don't actually want to create that, right? But let's just say, for instance, I created it. Now what I would do is I would copy the email, right? I want to copy that. And then what I want to do is I want to come back over here, put that email in there like that, contact@rakeemmadison.com, right? We're just pretending that, that's the one that I just created. And then you want to put your name. So I will put Rakeem Madison, boom. And then I hit add address, and then as you can see here, it was telling me to authenticate, right? I don't have to necessarily do that because I've already went through that process. Now, I forget the email that they actually send you because it's been quite a bit of time since I've done it. But they send you an email, then you basically confirm through the email. After you confirm, then if you have this part set up that I just showed you, you might want to go back in the video, watch that part again, make sure you add the correct MX records. If all of that is set up correctly, when you go over here and you go through the confirmation process, then you're going to be set up and you can actually start using that particular email. Okay, now that's the first part. Now if you're sending emails, right, let's go here, right? So let's just go to list. And let's try to, matter of fact, let's try to send an email. All right, so here we go. So let's say, for instance, I want to create a newsletter. Something else you could do, right? And we're just going to kind of speed through this a little bit because I know this is kind of getting a little bit long, and I just kind of want to get the information to you. So if I go here, we're going to do test. I'll do tester. We'll roll with that. And then you can see right there, it says Rakeem Madison, info@yourdreamsarereal.today. And then I hit next step. So it would actually be coming from me. That's basically what adding the domain and using it as your email to send to people, that's letting the ISP know that it's actually coming from you. All right, so what I want to do is start from scratch, go here to blank template. All right, so I'm gonna try to just create a quick email here. Give me a second. All right, so boom, want to click there, and I will just delete some of this and then I'll keep the rest. All right, so boom, let's say for instance this was my email right here. Now what we want to do is we want to come down here to plain text, and then we want to hit HTML to plain. Now you can see it says recommended width is inside of this red, okay, inside of here. But when it starts to stretch over here, You don't want that. So what you want to do is you want to wrap long lines. And what I like to do, right, is I like to make sure there's nothing over there. Okay, so now when I go to my spam score, it's probably going to be a negative spam score. All right, so check it out. Spam score is negative 0.1. Don't go over 5. So message properly signed with DKIM by Getresponse. So what that means is that because I just went through the process that I just showed you, that's letting the ISPs know that that's actually coming from Rakeem. So this is a good thing. That's why I actually have -1 versus just having a 0 spam score. All right, so that's pretty much how that process will work. And like I'm saying, what I'm saying is that this is actually going to help you increase the deliverability rate, and you're actually going to start showing up in their inboxes versus the spam box, because I can tell you that right there is extremely frustrating. It was frustrating. I'm talking about late nights just pulling out my hair, and I don't really even have a lot of hair, as you can see, but it was very frustrating. Okay, so with that being said, hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also drop me a comment down below letting me know if this was helpful or valuable, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.